Hello, ladies and gentle beans. I am joined today by ex-grad. We are going to talk a little bit about GreyWolves in general and what we plan on doing in the Elder Scrolls Online, setting up a guild and things like that, and hopefully get some of you guys to join in as well if we can. So I'd like to introduce ex-grad and get him to tell you a little bit about himself. So off you go.
Hey, what's going on, guys? X-Grad here from GreyWolves Clan. This has been kind of a thing that's been running on with Rodney, myself, and a few other people since, I guess, 2006 is when we probably got started.
Yeah.
Myself, I'm primarily a first-person shooter slash whatever I feel like playing type of guy. You'll notice, for those of you that are on my channel, that I tend to put a little bit more emphasis on my edits and my audio than really the gameplay. The gameplay is usually the focus, but what I try to do is kind of twist it so it's a little bit more of a theme. So yeah, Rodney is actually talking about something quite exciting that we plan on doing. So it's going to be kind of be a mix between what you see on YouTube and what you see on Twitch TV. So I'll flip it back over to Rod, who's going to give you a little bit more detail on how that's going to go.
Yeah, so a little bit expanding a little bit more on the GreyWolves situation. It was about 2006 that we started. We didn't actually physically become sort of like joint together until about 2008. We started mainly on Rainbow Six Vegas, the first one, and then when the second one came out, that's when we all sort of like grouped together and started playing together. We mainly play Battlefield now together if we do play things together, but we plan on playing a heap ton of Elder Scrolls Online, and what we have planned is we are both, I think, going to take a week off work when it comes out.
Yeah, about that.
Yeah, I might take more
if
off.
we could swing it.
I might take more off if I can. But so what we're hoping to do is in like the first sort of like 5 days is just get enthralled into the game and play it as you normally would, but hopefully by the weekend of its release we will be doing sort of like a roleplay series where we physically get into character, but that's yet to be determined. It depends on how much we enjoy the game. I mean, everybody who watches this who's looking forward to Elder Scrolls Online as well is hoping that it's going to be a fantastic game, so let's keep our fingers crossed that it is and ZeniMax don't completely screw it up. From what I've seen, it seems to be like that it's going to be pretty good. But,
well, I think what we've seen so far from like some of the gameplay videos, like the developer gameplay exposition that they I think it was like 14 minutes or something of gameplay that they showed. Oh, I think it was a BlizzCon.
No, it wasn't BlizzCon.
Or QuakeCon or
QuakeCon, that's it.
Yeah, QuakeCon was actually really good. I like the fact that they kept the sneak mechanic in there, but now it's kind of like an expenditure of stamina. And your character actually turns, well, I would say the opacity level of your character drops down to about 10%.
Well, there is sort of like a sneak ability that some of the other classes get, where you actually do go fully invisible, and you, by the looks of it, if you watch the dungeon video and you keep an eye on one of the members in there, he stays invisible for a majority of the dungeon, and it's kind of like a Predator-esque thing where you just sort of like see a shaded outline of him, but. So hopefully we're going to be doing that. We are going to be setting up the GreyWolves Guild in ESO. We do that in a lot of games that we play. I mean, I was a huge World of Warcraft player when that came out. I played it from release for about 7 years, and it completely ate my life up ridiculously. And we have played since then. We've tried to get into MMOs, but because we're working now, you just can't do it. It eats up too much of your time. We tried to play.
Well, not only that, but we would also jump in, and then you'd be online one night, I'd be online another night, and the next thing you'd know, one of us would be 3 or 4 levels up, and then it just got to the point where you were either level boosting or you just weren't having any fun because there were no quests to do.
That's it. Yeah, I mean the main one of those was when we played Neverwinter. I got up to about level 34, 35, or you were still about 15, and we enjoyed that game, don't get us wrong, that game was really good, but it just came to the point of where I was helping X try to get leveled up, and we just sort of like give up on it in the end. But I'm hoping, well, I'm sure that won't be the case with ESO. I'm sure we'll sort something out as to whether we play just sort of like bystanding characters or alt characters while the other person's not online, so we stick around similarly the same level. Hopefully within that week we shall be pretty close to max level anyway, the amount that we're planning on playing it. So yeah, so we will be starting up the guild, and as you all very well know, that you can join 5 guilds in ESO, not just the one like in most MMOs. So if any of you guys would like to join, I will put a link in the description underneath this video. to a forum post on the GreyWolves website, and if you would like to join, just drop your names and everything in there, a little bit about yourself. We will ask that you be at least 18 years of age. We will consider younger people, but you have to assure us and prove to us that you can be mature about it. I mean, we're not always mature by any stretch of the means, but
if you've watched either of our videos, you know how mature we can be.
Yeah. So
also, another thing that you might want to specify too, if you plan on joining, is let us know whether or not you would like to role play your character. So kind of like, well, I guess it's technically, it would kind of be like LARPing. Like, we don't expect you to sit here on Skype video dressed up in full Norse guard or anything like you would if you're playing Skyrim.
But you can do that if
you decide to actually like role play the character, where we just where we're going to do the quests, but we're going to actually do like kind of in character type questing for stuff that we plan on showing on the YouTube channel. Or if you would rather just kind of do the whole guild thing to level up and then do the dungeon quests, which will be more of the thing that we'll kind of be streaming over on Twitch TV.
Yeah, as I say, we'll accept anybody. We'll accept whether you want to role play, whether you just want to want a PvP, because PvP seems like something that I might get into quite big in this game. But I've never been a massive PvPer, but it looks really, really interesting in ESO, so that might be something. So just let us know whether you want to roleplay, whether you want a PvP, PvE. We'll accept anybody, and whoever's online at the time, whatever we plan on doing, then we can all join in and do whatever. But so yeah, just I'll leave a link in the description below to the forum post. Another specification is that you must be Aldmeri Dominion. We will not accept any of the lower scum or anything like that. We will not take any of you Ebonheart sissies on or anything like that. We will be Aldmeri Dominion primarily. I mean, we might stretch so far as to say we might have one or two of the others in, but I mean, PvP wise, you can't play together if you're in different factions anyway. So it just doesn't seem right for, especially if somebody's going to be doing a lot of PvP. And obviously role playing, it makes no sense at all for somebody in a different race to be mingled together, as it were. So it would only really come into play on the PvE side of things. So we will consider them, but obviously depending on how nice you are to us and how much money you give us. But yeah, that's just a little bit. I hope you enjoyed this video. As I said, there's going to be links in the description below. There'll be links to XGrad's channel and his Twitch. We do stream quite a lot on XGrad's Twitch. We stream quite a lot of Battlefield whenever we can, to be honest. There's a lot of impromptu stuff that goes on. So,
and also for the ESO stuff that we're going to be doing, we will have a GreyWolves generic Twitch channel that we'll be doing for any of the Twitch streaming there. So that way it's not unique to one person's channel. It's kind of a clan representation channel. Yeah, so that way everybody can kind of get involved. And I'll be working on the stream layouts. I've got kind of a little bit of an idea of having multiple video feeds for each person's camera. As we're playing, as opposed to typically what you'd see in most Twitch channels is you see one person up top, and then you have the chat, and then you have the game window, where I'd like to see kind of like everybody's kind of visual expressions to how they're playing the game, kind of like if you were doing a Google Hangout but on Twitch. So I've got a couple of ideas in mind as to how I want to do that out, and we're all going to work on the layout together to kind of see how we can get everything kind of all boxed up into a 1280 by 720 screen. Yeah. So it'll be fun. It's going to be fun. It's going to be interesting, and it's going to be a good time for anybody that wants to kind of hang out with us when the game comes out.
I could imagine that could get quite out of hand, though, if we end up doing quite a lot of PvP and there's like 20 odd people there.
Well, I think we'll probably limit it to the top three people. The first 3 people that join the Skype call will be the ones that show up. Yeah. I will, of course, be running a Skype Premium channel, so that way my Skype will kind of be the Prime Skype. So that way I can have multiple video feeds, and then I can just kind of feed them through to the Twitch.
We'll work more on that when it gets close to the time.
Yeah.
Because
right now it's just kind of an idea in the head. We have to test it out and a bunch of different things. So, but we're looking forward to it. There's a lot of other stuff that's coming as far as contest-wise goes. That we'll get into that in other videos.
Yeah. So, yeah. Enjoyed this video, guys. If you did, leave a like, subscribe. Links will be all in the description. And we will see you either in game or on the forums if you want to join us. So thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Cheers, guys.